kids' clothes.
There was once upon a time an old goat who had 7 little kids and loved them with all the love of a mother for her children. One day, she wants to go into the forest and fetch some food. So she called all 7 to her and said, "Dear children, I have to go into the forest. Be on your guard against the wolf. If he comes in, he will devour you all, skin, hair, and everything." The words often disguise himself, but you will know him at once by his rough voice and his black feet. The kids say, "Dear mother, we will take care ourselves. You may go away without any anxiety." Then the old aunt blessed and went on her way with an easy mien. It was not long before someone knocked at the house door and called, "Open the door, dear children, your mother is here and has brought something back with her for each of you." But the little kids know that it was the wolf. By the rough voice, "We will not open the door," cried they. "You are not our mother. She has a soft, pleasant voice, but your voice is rough. You are the wolf." Then the wolf went away to a speaker and bought himself a great lump of coal at this and made his voice soft with it. Then he came back, knocked at the door of the house, and called, "Open the door, dear children, your mother is here, and has brought something back with her for each of you." But the wolf had laid his black paws against the window, and the children saw them and cried, "We will not open the door. Our mother has not black feet like you. You are the wolf." Then the wolf ran to a baker and said, "I have hurt my feet. Rub some dough over them for me." And when the baker and rubbed his feet over, he ran to the miller and said, "Straw some wheat meal over my feet for me." The miller thought to himself, "The wolf wants to deceive someone," and refused. But the wolf said, "If you will do not eat, I will devour you." Then the miller was afraid and made his paws white from him. Surely this is the way of mankind. So now the words went for the third time to the house door, knocked at it and said, "Open the door for me, children. Your dear little mother has come home and has brought every one of you something back from the forest with her." The little kids cried, "First show us your paws, though we might know if you are our dear little mother." Then he put his paws in through the window, and when the kids saw they were white, they believed that all he said was true, and opened the door. But who should come in but the wolf? They were terrified, and once to hid themselves on sprang under the table, the second into the bed, the third into the stove, the fourth into the kitchen, the fifth into the cupboard, the sixth under the washing bowl, and the seventh into the closet. But the wolf found them all, and used not grimy ceremony. On the other he swallowed them down his throat. The youngest, who was in the closet, was the only one he did not find. When the wolf had satisfied his appetite, took himself off, laid himself down under a tree in the green meadow outside, and began to sleep. Soon afterwards, the old goat came home again from the forest. What a sight she saw there! The house door stood wide open. The table, chairs, and benches were thrown down. The washing bowl lay broken to pieces, and the quilts and pillows were pulled off the bed. She shook her children, but they were nowhere to be found. She called them one after another by name, but no one answered. At last, when she came to the youngest, a soft voice cried, "Dear mother, I'm in the closet." she took the kid out, and it told her that the wolf had come and had eaten all the others. Then you may imagine how she wept over her poor children. At length, in her grief, she went you and the young kid ran with her. When they come to the meadow, there lay the wolf by the tree and snored so loud that the branch shook. She looked at him on every side and saw that something was moving and struggling in his great belly. Ah, heavens, she said, it is possible that my poor children, whom he was swallowed down for his supper, can be still alive. Then the kid to run home and fetch shears and a needle entered and the goat cut open the monster's stomach. And hardly had she make one cut, then one little kid thrust its head out, and when she cut further, all six sprang out one after another, and were all still alive, and had suffered no injury whatever, for in his greatness the monster had swallowed them down whole. What rejoicing there was! They embraced the mother and jumped like a sailor at his wedding. The mother, however, said, "Now go and look for some big stones, and we will fill the beast's stomach with them while he is still asleep." Then the 7 kids dragged the stones with all speed, and put as many of them into his stomach as they could get in. And the mother set him up again in the great haste, so that he was not aware of anything and never once tired. When the wolf at length had his fill of sleep, he got on his legs, and as the stones in his stomach made him very thirsty, he wants to go to a well to drink. But when he began to walk and move about, the stones in his stomach knocked against each other and reeled. The cried he, "What rumbles and tumbles against my poor bones? I thought those 6 kids, but it feel like big stone." And when he got to the wall and stooped over the water to drink, the heavy stones made him fall in, and he had to drown miserably. When the 7 kids saw that, they come running to the spot and cried aloud, "The wolf is dead! The wolf is dead!" and danced for joy round about the well with their mother. I think that's from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.